Good afternoon to everyone. Once again, this is the power of healing with Utabi ungowekhethelo. Uma basowa basentabeni kwadliwa ilanga lishona. Umbilini wabonwa ilanga. Undaba ezitha. So today ngizokhuluma ngokufemba, which is known as astral traveling or out of body experience. To those who don't know, so Ukufemba is out of body experience, meaning the spirit separates from the body. Your spiritual being separates from your physical being. So before njengiqala, I just want to say this: Ukufemba is part or one of the rituals or practices that are done as shamanic healing from 40 years ago. So it has always been practiced as part of a shamanic healing for more than 40 years ago, right? So before we can start explaining Ukufemba, we need to start explaining shamanism, because it is a term not known or not common to abantu bakithi. However, a lot of healers have that gift of shamanism. They don't know the term for it, some of them, and some do not know how you get to practice it or how you use it. So I just want to explain it because it is part of a lot of people do Ukufemba yet not knowing that it's part of shamanic healing as well. So as I've explained before in one of the videos, shamanism is working in both the seen and unseen world. So shamanism is a gift that you can actually use in the spiritual realm as well as the ordinary reality. You get to negotiate change between the spiritual world and the physical world. So also I did mention ukuthi you get to work with the forces of nature. They give you a directive on a lot of things. So basically you read the weather. Some people are even able to connect with animals in a certain way. So in most cases, a lot of people with shamanic healing or shamanic gift can actually connect with animals, and some connect with the weather, some connect with a lot of things, objects. So and then also when you use shamanism, you can actually, when you are not actually you can switch between dimensions. So that is also when you do out of body experience without this is out of body experience naturally, or Ukufemba naturally ngaphandle kokuba in a dream. So you can do it naturally or you can do it in a dream. However, those two differs, and those two have different advantages and disadvantages. I'm going to be reading a lot today because this one gets to be tricky. So now a lot of people don't know this. Years ago, shamans were experts, were medical experts, right? That actually without them the human race or the human species wouldn't have survived. So they were first physicians that were able to collect bodies, to reduce fever, and to treat maladies. So they were able to treat these illnesses through shamanic healing. So Shamans, sorry. Oh. Shamans, I am getting this interruption. Shamans are usually very good psychologists. If you've got a shamanic gift, it goes well and exceptional with psychology. So a lot of times you get to counsel and support people who are going through mental and emotional disturbances. So you get to be able to counsel people who are going through loss, who are going through trauma, and then you can heal mental and emotional disturbances while doing that. So it is very, very important to note that with shamanic healing, can actually heal someone within 1 or a half an hour. So basically you only need 1 or half an hour to heal someone. It doesn't have to be the whole day or days. It's just that small period. This is now shamanism or shamanic healing. Now what is shamanic healing, right? Shamanic healing is a spiritual and medical practice based on the belief that healing includes spiritual dimensions. Yo, ngizofunda kakhulu because yeah. So Dala, they believed that spiritual and medical healing includes spiritual dimensions. What does that mean? We're not only going to heal the physical being, but we're also going to heal the spiritual being so that the illness does not come back. So in nowadays, what GPs or physicians or medical doctors are doing is that they are going out to source out shamans or people with the gift of shamanism to bring that type of healing into hospitals and you know, the medical industry or environments. So they are trying now to get shamanism into medical healing, because we are going through mental illnesses and depression and suicide. So now what they are trying to do is not only heal the spirit, the physical being by giving you medication, but also heal the spiritual being. Ne? Now then it was believed to be and I want to read this one. Through strong intention and sound vibration, along with the support of powerful allies and shamanic tools such as singing, chanting, rattling, drumming, subtle and dramatic healing of suffering can take place extremely. So through strong intention and sound vibration, because with shamanism we work with sound and with vibrations and with energy. So when you sing, when you chant, when you drum, when you rattle or chanting lilizela, that also brings healing to the spiritual being of someone. Hence, I've said before, when you sing, when you play drums, there is this spirit that heals, or spirit besides you, spirit inside you that gets awakened. So with shamanism, that is how they heal. They sing, they pray. So now when it comes to Ukufemba, and a lot of people have heard of Ukufemba this, Ukufemba that. What is Ukufemba? If you have watched what is this movie? If you have watched Black Panther, there is a ritual that is done there at Wakanda where they now going to be king, or the son of the deceased king is performing a ritual of he's given herbs, and in that herb then he goes into this out of body experience where he sees his father as a spirit, and he has a conversation with him. So that part was Ukufemba. They were trying to show Ukufemba, and that is done by means of herbs. However, with shamans or a gift of shamanism, you get to do that naturally without using herbs. I'm not sure about the space of herbs, and I've often said this. In my space, I talk about my experience and what I go through. So yeah, so they do show it in Black Panther if you want to see it. Now, Ukufemba and negotiating change. Usually, naturally, mauvugile. You do it without anybody noticing that you've actually switched between dimensions. It's easy for you to do it, switching dimensions, because you're trying to negotiate with the, and I think with me, especially in mediumship, you try to engage with this spirit, and also in negotiating the spirit in change. And there is a portion that my clients get to see, but it's not like, I don't think they would link it to Ukufemba because they don't know. So you do it like you negotiate change with the spirit without maybe sleeping, or umuntu angaboni ukuthi no, now you switched gifts, or you're using a different gift for a different reason. So why we do Ukufemba, and it's usually to get answers and get resolutions. Sometimes to actually deal with a spirit that is maybe negative or bad, or a spirit that is affecting someone's a performance, or performance in terms of living, or sometimes a spirit that overtook someone's body. So what they do, I think, and what we do is to try and negotiate with the spirit, or try to somehow calm the spirit down, or but it's to change someone's life, or to change, or to get into a resolution of how we can treat this person, or how we can treat the spirit that is in someone's body. And also, I think somehow in some churches they try to do it, but not aware of how to do it, and that is part of shamanism as well. So they try to do Ukufemba. Also, Ukufemba takes you to like your deepest thoughts. If you're doing it in a dream, if you do out of body experience, which is astral traveling in a dream, it takes you to your deepest thoughts. So the universe will try and take you to your greatest desire. And sometimes your greatest desire is to see someone. And with me, the first time it was took me to this place where the special person, or the person close to my heart, was. So with everyone, the first time when you're going to realize what you are. Now, within a dream, guys, it is very difficult. It is very dangerous. I want to say this. Very, very, very dangerous. And here is why. You can actually die from it. It can kill you. How do I mean? When your spirit moves away from your body, you consciously have to be aware of the space you at, the spiritual way, that it's like you are awake but at the same time sleeping, because you need to be consciously aware of where you are at and the timing, because you cannot like astral travel or ufemba for more than 5 minutes. Usually in a dream, it has to be 1 to 2 minutes. And reason being, you have to be conscious of iskati. Iskati is very important because your spirit has to go back to the body, and you can actually feel the spirit coming into the body while you're sleeping. Good time, man. It's like I'm coming back. It's like I was dead, now I'm coming back. So sometimes you get that the spirits, that you will see something, like you will see something on your dream or in that spiritual world that will wake you up. So the spirits will try to wake you up, and because timing is very important, and you funny was always that I'm not in my usual space or my normal space. So sometimes you get that you get to be united with your loved one, so you have to be conscious because you cannot spend more than a certain time in the spiritual world. You understand? So you really need to be conscious of the space and the realm in which you are at, and the time that you are spending in a dream, or the time that your spirit is out of your body. It's very dangerous, and you don't have a choice. Sometimes you do it without even knowing. To and then you understand. It's just that in a dream you will get to feel good time, man. There is that change, or sometimes it becomes a dream of a dream. I think for other people it feels like you are in a dream but you're still dreaming, and as you are dreaming, then you subconscious would say to you, but man, clearly to understand. So you basically like awake but also dreaming. It's complicated if you've never done it, or if you are not exposed to it. But also shamanism and Ukufemba lets you explore the universe. So you can actually be taken from this point of the universe to this point. You explore it spiritually, and it opens a lot of things. It opens a lot of truth, and sometimes there's some of the truth you don't even want to know, but for some reason it is unlocked. It's the mystery that's unlocked to you, and some of the mysteries are very painful. So I think that's that, but it is one of the most powerful healing. Shamanic healing is very powerful, guys, and it helps some of the people. So sometimes when you are going through depression or mental disturbances, guys, it is not the physical flesh that has to be healed, but the spirit that has to be healed, because the spirit is now fighting with the physical being, because it is not settled, you understand, in this physical flesh. So the spirit itself is not settled in this body, because the body or the mind is going through so much. So now there is sort of like this conflict between your spirit and your body. So that is why shamanism helps, and because now you have to be cancelled and into calming down, calming the spirit down, and then from there, take it from there. Where is this coming from? So you understand, the calmer the spirit, the deeper you get to the root of the problem. So I hope this is helpful, guys. I know I've had disturbances, and somehow I felt like there was breaks and everything else. And so yeah, I do apologize for that, and ask me questions if you feel like it is not clear enough. Please do send me messages. Where should I explain further, and then I will try and do so. There is this one that I think one of the things that I forgot to mention with shamans, it is believed that they are excellent in conducting ceremonial healing sessions and accurate diagnosis, right, and focused outcomes. So what that means is that they are very excellent, as I said, in ceremonial healing. Ceremonial healing is what I call Ukufemba. Do you understand? It's a ceremony. So when you do the ritual, it's sort of like a ceremony because you get to travel outside your body to this particular place that you're going to be in. So basically, when you get to that, but you can actually diagnose when you get into the spiritual space, you can actually diagnose what the problem is, and the diagnosis comes from actually interacting and negotiating with the spirit. So yeah, guys, I do hope that I have shed some light or some insight into what goes on around Ukufemba. And yeah, as I've mentioned, I mean, we are only here to help each other learn and get more knowledge on some of the things that we aren't aware of. So please watch Black Panther, Black Panther, so you can see that part where I forgot his name. The prince gets to be initiated to be king, but he first has to go through Ukufemba and meet his father and talk to his father. So it is very interesting. That's how it's done, but they do it in a form of giving him a certain herb or a certain stone. So yeah, I hope I've helped you a lot, and yeah, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.